All right, here's a good, interesting story, right? It's more interesting, right? And this is like going into truth stuff. And this is where people just, huh, what are you talking about? Okay, so a child gets diagnosed with autism, right? And we all know that it's like they're sensitive and stuff like that, right? Now, originally they said you can't, autism doesn't go away, you can't medicate it. Now all of a sudden they want to medicate it. But no, it's funny. Okay, so the child is diagnosed with autism young, right? And these kids are sensitive. So what do? They put them in a school where there's lights and all sorts of people and all sorts of shit going on. And then the kids can't handle it. And then they're upset with the kids. And then it's, oh, now we'll just medicate it away instead of taking them out of the environment, right? Wouldn't that make more sense? You got this autistic, they're all about autism. Oh, we got to tend to this. We got to tend to this. But they don't tend to it in the right way. You know, it's like, the idea is, okay, if this child is autistic and really sensitive and stuff, you don't put them in a more stimulating environment. You take them out of it. But no, what do? They do the opposite. They put them right in there and expect them to fucking deal with it. It's like maybe they don't want that kind of environment. Maybe they're not geared towards hanging out with a lot of people. And why do you want to force them? You know, so people do shit really backwards, man. I'm serious. Like, okay, so you just go to work and you suck it up and deal with it. So then what do people do when they're done with that? They want to medicate it away by drinking, smoking, doing meth, or whatever fuck it is they're doing now to just erase that from their minds because they hate it so bad. And I don't blame them most of the time. But the idea is like, okay, so, I drink, I don't get too many hangovers and stuff, but here's the idea, right? It's like, okay, if you're drinking so much and you wake up with a fucking hangover, you're hurting yourself. The idea is that, you don't want to drink, right? You take that out of, oh, that's giving me the headache. Let's not do that, right? So you got to trace it back. It's like, well, what's making me do that? Oh, it's this job that's horrible. I hate it. I hate going every day. And I got to do this. So the idea is that, well, you trace it back, say, well, why am I doing this behavior to try to make that okay? Well, what you want to do is you want to go back to that, like the job, and say, maybe I need a different job, right? It's working on me. But no, people don't tell you that. Just deal with it. You'll be fine. What you going to do when it comes to retirement? That's a good job you got. And they're just looking at money, right? They're just all looking at money. You can make a lot of money, but the job horribly sucks. We're like, oh, but you got a nice house and a nice car. And yeah, what's it costing me? An arm and a fucking leg and a heart attack, Great. That's all great. But this is what happens all the damn time. I see it all the fucking time, Now, I can be a sensitive person. I don't know if I'm autistic or not. I've never been diagnosed, but I'm sensitive. Like if I rarely ever go into Walmart anymore. Years ago I used to, and even then I like to go there because I needed stuff and I go there often to do it because it was cheap, simple, easy where I was at, So after a certain point, something else happened to me. I got even more sensitive, and I can go into Walmart now, but I try to go early and avoid big crowds, and I can only hang out in there for like 20 minutes at a time. Seriously. It's like the lights and the sound, everything gets to me. And it took me a little bit to realize that kids have a big rough, because parents get this one track mind, right? I got my kid, I want to go in the store. Well, you enter the store and the kid's tired, just doesn't want to have it. It's too much for them. And the parents just they expect them to just suck it up, Well, they're not little adults. They're fucking 3, 5 years old, So this is really, so the best thing is don't take them in that environment until they can handle it, right? No, what do? We make them do it. And we wonder why people grow up and we're all fucked up, And I look around at all this stuff, and it's normal for everybody else. And I'm looking at it like, man, there's got to be a better way, can't there? Nope. That's the way we do it. That's the way we've always done it around here. Oh my! Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. It's a tough living.